Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Game Chat. I'm Chris, and with me today we have Kate.
Hey.
And we have Jake.
Hello.
Taking up the fourth spot is a picture of a PS5 because we didn't have another fourth person. But still. So the reason the PS5's there is because we're going to be talking about the PS5 today because we've all had it for about a week and a bit. Is that about it? I'd say so.
I don't know.
19th.
Concept of time.
Yeah, we had it on the
Looked on the
19th.
19th.
It's been about a week and a bit. And we've got thoughts. So, I mean, we did the Xbox One last time, so I can't remember how we started. I think we just started on generally how it looks.
Have we all got the same one?
Yeah, we've all got digital, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, who wants to start on how it looks?
It's ugly.
Kate's jumping in straight away.
There's no, I'm looking, like, it's not a nice looking machine. I don't like it. I don't like the design of it. I mean, it's better
I
than...
didn't at first, but I'm going to like it, I think.
I think
it's because like my wall's white, it kind of blends in with the wall a bit.
Yeah. See, that's what I think it is. I think if it's got surroundings that match it, it looks okay. But when you're in a room full of like stuff that's not, and nothing, if you got nothing white, it doesn't look good in my room.
I can see what they were going for though, because it stands out. Like you walk in the room and like
Yeah, it catches your eye.
see it.
Like my Xbox doesn't catch my eye. It's just there. It's the big black box.
See, now I prefer the design of both of the Xboxes to the PlayStations.
At least yours match, Kate, because they're both black and white.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Like, it's not a problem. It's not like it needs to look good. I personally, I don't like it. It just looks like a Wi-Fi router.
No, it does. It does look like a massive Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, I don't like it. And the fact of how big it is as well.
Oh, it is big. Like,
Considering
was it as big as anyone? Were people expecting bigger or smaller? Like, was it as big as everyone expected?
Smaller than that.
Yeah.
I thought it would be smaller, but then when everyone was saying how big it was, I thought it would be bigger than it was.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's still comically big though. When you get it out, you're like, Jesus.
Yes.
I think it'd be alright when they bring out like different coloured, like, you know, the covers can be taken off really easily.
Yeah.
I think if they bring out different coloured ones, or even like if you can get people to put their own designs on them, which would be pretty cool. Like, I think it could look good, but then the controller wouldn't match, which would bother me. But I don't know. Yeah, it could look better, but they'll do different plates guaranteed, because they tried to shut down the one that the people that were doing custom plates. So there's a reason for that, because they're going to do their own, clearly. But
Potentially.
it is heavy as well. Like, it's heavier than my Xbox.
It's super awkward to set up as well.
Oh yeah, fuck that stupid fucking stand thing with its
Stand,
little flicky off thing that ended up in my bin, and I had to go searching in my bin because it flicked off into there.
Mine fell through my sofa because I've got reclinable sofas, and it found like through. And I was, it was so much effort.
It's the tiniest little thing.
Not obey the universal law of lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Same. That's what I said to Chris. That is the first thing I said to Chris.
Does make sense. Maybe that's the way they do them in Japan.
Maybe.
Who knows? That could be it. But has anyone got it flat, or has everyone got it standing up?
Standing
I've got
up.
it standard.
Yeah. Have you seen it flat?
No.
It does not look good flat at all.
I wasn't aware you could have it flat. I thought you had to
Yeah, there's
stand
a
up.
different way of putting the stand on. Like, you clip it on underneath, and it just it does not look nice.
I haven't got the room.
It looks
to
a lot
lay
better
down
standing
flat.
up. Yeah, seriously, literally the same. I've got no space for any of my consoles.
If I laid it down, my cat would try and sleep on top of it. So it needs to stand up because she'd try and get on it. I've got a mark on my old Xbox from where she put a foot on it and knocked it off the stand. And she can't be doing that with my new console, so...
I saw a video where someone was trying to do a size comparison with a cat, and the cat just literally yeeted it over.
I saw that.
What do they expect, putting the cat next to it?
Legit.
I was saying this to Jake earlier, like, I don't like how, like, the light, it's just like beaming upwards, and it's like when I'm trying to sleep at night, it's annoying me. But
I don't leave
not
my PlayStation
that
on rest
noticeable,
mode, so...
but
It's not a problem for me.
Just a big orange light.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
more
I can't,
noticeable than
like,
the PlayStation 4 was.
because of how bad my eyesight is. When I've got it in rest mode overnight, if I wake up, you can just see these two like orange dots that look like eyes staring at me
Yeah.
from across the
Same.
room. I'm like,
But other than that, like, it's quiet. I've noticed that.
It is.
It's very quiet.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of noise when I think it's when it's downloading and updating games, like in the background, because I woke up the other night and it was making a tiny bit of noise, like not too much, not like the PS4 Pro, which was like an airplane, but it was just making a little bit of noise.
Yours
that I
was.
thought, yeah, but everyone else's was pretty loud as well. But like, it makes a little bit of noise while it's downloading. But
I can't
other
say
than
I've
that-
ever heard mine make noise.
no.
But then again, I'm not downloading anything because I don't play anything on it, so that could be potentially what it is.
I can only hear mine make noise at literally like 3 a.m. when everyone is asleep,
Yeah,
and there's no other noises in
yeah,
the
literally.
house.
I think that's the only time I hear it. Like, there's no chance that, like, when I was playing my PlayStation 4, I had to use headphones all the time because you can't hear the game over the fucking sound of the PlayStation otherwise.
Yeah.
But this one, there's no chance of that now. Like, it's silent-ish. It's whisper quiet at the end of the day. It doesn't get hot at all. I've noticed that. Like,
No.
my Xbox gets hot, like pretty hot, like. But this, just I kept touching it, like, see while I was playing Spider-Man, see if it got hot. Not at all. So the fact that it's that big
Mine's
must be
not.
for heating. Must be to keep it cool, and it's working, I suppose.
To be fair, the fan in it's pretty hefty in it.
Yeah, it is. I don't know where it blows out though, because it's not from the top bits, because you can't feel it. So unless it blows out the back, and that's where it's sucking in from the front. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird. But I think the best thing on the whole PlayStation is the controller. I think that's the biggest next gen jump
Yeah, definitely.
compared to like the Xbox, which the Xbox feels very much similar
The
to
same.
last gen, but just quicker and
Yeah.
the graphics and all that. Whereas this, with the controller, with the haptic feedback and the triggers and everything, feels very next gen. And
Yeah.
feels like something different and something new.
From what I've seen of the Xbox, it looks like Microsoft have been like trying to keep as similar to the Xbox
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah.
Whereas I think PlayStation are like, this is a new gen, we're doing everything differently.
Yeah.
But then I think the new PlayStation Dash is awful.
It's
and
not
I
the
much prefer
best.
the Xbox now. Whereas
Yeah.
if you would have asked me
Yeah, I
that about
really
last
like the
gen,
dash on the PlayStation.
no, I don't like it.
I liked the dash on the PlayStation 4 when it
Me
wasn't
too.
when it didn't chug. Like towards the end of the generation, it started to chug a bit, didn't it? But like, if they could have just, if I would have preferred it if they just updated the PS4 dashboard to just work faster. Because like, I don't know where to find anything in this new one.
I don't like how as well you push the home button and the menu comes up instead of just taking me to the home screen.
See, I don't mind that because it kind of keeps you
I like that.
in your game. I
Yeah.
think that's not because you can do most of the stuff from the bottom, and you can kind of like
You can
customize. You
customise
can
that,
customize that, yeah. Because I have to put every time I've made it so you can see my network settings. So if I ever have to have issues with the internet, I can just go down there rather than go back to the
Oh,
whole
that's
settings. thing.
fair enough.
But
The only thing I think that really needs to change is the game base, because it's not.
yeah,
Once you've like got used to where everything is, it's not too bad. It's just finding everything initially is confusing.
yeah, because like, why can't I have folders again? Like, my PS4 was so organized with everything
Yeah.
in folders, and now
And you
it's
can't
just like.
hide games in your library either.
Yeah, and now it's just like whatever you've recently used, and it's like, and then you have to go to the massive menu at the end, which shows all your games, but it doesn't just show installed games; it shows everything. So there's
I
like
had
a
to
massive
message
list.
Nathan. I had to message Nathan so he could tell me where my trophies were.
Yeah,
Because I
you have
couldn't
to go
find my
into
trophies.
profile, then trophies, and it's like, I mean, I suppose it's with any generation.
See, I didn't
jump,
even do
we
that.
have to do this. We have to learn a new dashboard again.
I was looking for specifically Bug Snacks trophies.
Oh,
You have to
right,
kind of go down onto the game and like
Yeah.
on PS4 it would literally say like hub trophies, add-ons, blah blah blah. But now it's like across the way.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
just like, I can't find it.
I absolutely hate the new party system, but that's carried over from
Yeah.
the change on PS4, which I absolutely hated as well. Because like,
It's
you have
a
to
joke.
have several different groups. You can't just create a party with invite people and then that's it. After that, that's a continuous group then, and it's just like, I mean, like
I feel
loads of
like
different.
I get where they're coming
variations.
from. So like,
Mm.
they probably assume people mostly play games with the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But it is kind of annoying because like, what if you try and snake on people, and then you want to add another person, and you got to make another group, and you end
Yeah,
up with like
exactly.
10 variations of the same group.
It is annoying, and it's like it's turned into like what Facebook Messenger is for me, where I've got
Yeah.
many different variations of different people in different messengers, and it's just in different message groups, and it's the same thing with PlayStation. I've got many different
just,
variations of different people.
All we've done now is outed ourselves as really shady.
You know, it just happens, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, you make a message for like an event or for a certain topic, and then it just becomes the new group chat.
Yeah.
And then you have like 10 million group chats.
and then there's it's the same thing. I've got like already got several different party variations with different people in.
It's different games. It's like when some people don't play a certain game.
Yeah.
So you have like a chat for each game, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just,
and that's a lot when you got a lot of games.
And then it's like the odd person will come on like, well, can I join the chat? And then it's like, well, yeah, so you make another chat. And it should just, there's nothing wrong with the way that it worked. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all this like, because we're monitoring your chat now. And it's like, yeah, if you
they
like
were
memes,
before, they just didn't
feel
tell
free.
us.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah, what interesting about the whole monitoring the chat bit, what I didn't notice until the other day was when I got my platinum for Spider-Man Miles Morales, because it does a little video, but like I didn't notice it was recording my voice as well. So I'm just yawning in the middle of it. But like I didn't know that. I thought it was pretty cool. But someone else apparently online found that out because they beat the last Dark Souls. Is it Dark Souls? What's it called? Demon Souls boss. And then they literally like screamed in like victory, and then they literally just got them doing that across the trophy. It's funny, man.
fair enough.
But you can hear parties as well. So if you're if you get a trophy and you want to put a video up of it or something, and you're in a party, you can just hear everyone else talking as well.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either.
That is kind of weird.
But also with the party thing, I don't like it's in this whole like different section now, innit? With where your friends are. I think friends should be, who's online should be above of the parties. If you know what I mean? Because you have to go, the amount of parties I have to scroll down to get to who's online. That should just be either separate menus, or that should be above the parties.
Really, what we need to do is we need to go through our groups and clean them up and just delete the ones we're not going to use.
Use the ones we're going to use.
That's true.
Yeah. But what else should we talk about? We got the controller's really good. I like the controller. The best. We'll go on to games because obviously the best way to talk about the controller is what games use it. Astrobot, I would say, is the one that used the controller the most, and I was impressed.
It's made for that though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
made to show the controller off.
It comes installed on the console, which is good because while I was downloading games, I was just playing that. Yeah, it's like it's U2 all over again.
Except like This Is Wanted and U2's album just wasn't.
Yeah. Astrobot pleasantly surprised me. Like I just expected it to be like an hour tech demo, and that was it, just showing off what the new console can do. But like, it does that, but also is an actual decent game as well.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
And I was really impressed with how like you can feel like little Astrobot walking around, and it feels different when you're on different surfaces, like metal.
When you're on the
glass
ice
and stuff. Oh, the ice, that's beautiful.
That's my favourite. When you're ice skating.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain without someone feeling it. It's hard to explain.
Because Rob was asking me the other day, and I was trying to explain it to him, and he was like, "But don't most controllers vibrate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not the same."
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel like that.
It's like it feels sharp, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best way to explain it, if you're going through sand, it feels like you're going through sand, weirdly.
Yeah.
And it's really impressive. But also like the triggers as well, obviously they have some resistance in certain things now. And when you're shooting the gun in Astrobot, and you can feel each like like shooting a machine gun basically. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole controller, it's super impressive.
It is a game changer. That's the one good thing. Like,
yeah,
I don't particularly like any of the other topics that we talked about. I don't like its look. I don't like its dash. Like, that's just personal opinion. I'm not saying like it's trash. It's just I don't personally like it.
Yeah.
The controller is the one thing that is the saving grace of it. It is amazing.
And like hearing it beforehand, I was just like, it can't be that good. But it actually, it genuinely shocked me how good it was.
Yeah.
We've been playing, me and Jake have been playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it uses that as well with the whole tension on the web when you swing in, and it's really cool. It doesn't feel as involved as Astrobot in terms of how the controller feels, but like I feel like after a good couple of hours you just don't really notice it that much.
You don't notice.
But I think that's a good thing because you're immersed in it. It just becomes part of the experience. You know what I mean? But
even Assassin's Creed Valhalla, when I was first playing it, I was like, oh, it doesn't use the DualSense. That's kind of a waste. But then, like when I got like further enough into the game to find water, if you dive into water from a height, when you hit the water, you can feel it in the controller, and then like you can feel the bubbles moving across the controller.
That's
what?
Cool.
And it does it when you dive into the hay as well.
See, I'm playing it on Xbox.
Yeah, same. See, this is the thing. Like normally,
that's the only uses of it.
Normally, for me, with third-party games, like what console I choose to play it on is normally graphics. Like, and obviously, apparently, even though there's issues with that at the moment, the Xbox that I've got is better graphically. So normally I would choose there, but like now I'm thinking, but does it use the controller? Like, and does that change the experience? Like that's become a kind of like a game changer where it's like I'm also considering that now. So I'm not 100% convinced what I want to get games on now, and it's
Valhalla could have done so much with that though, with like the bows and everything.
Does it not use it for the bow at all?
Much. Oh, I do. Oh, I thought you said sorry. I thought you said nobody uses the bow. I thought, I do. I use the bow all the time.
Does it not use it for the bow at all? In any way? That's a bit crap. But like that's the thing though. Like the use cases of this, like whether it gets used is up to the developers, and it's like with it only being on one console, will the third party developers
consider
use it as much? You know what I mean? That's the only
I don't know, like a fair few of them use the weird light thing on the PS4.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but nobody liked that. It was annoying.
I do like that about the new controller. It's not as like in your face with the light. Like it's only on the sides. It's not on the back anymore, is it?
Yeah.
So
me and Nathan were talking about this yesterday because I've been playing Resi 3, and like you know how the light changes with your health.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a really good feature. And Nathan was like, yeah, I suppose so. And I was like, is that the only place you could see it though? Because I'd not opened the menu at that point, and like it's been ages since I played Resi 2, so I forgot. And he was like, I think it's when you open the menu. I was like, oh, good, because you wouldn't be able to notice it on PS4 because the controller was the light was at the back.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh shit, yeah.
The only time I'd ever notice it on PS4 was when I was in a loading screen that was black and I could see my controller.
Reflection.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, the only or if I'm playing in a dark room, like when I was playing GTA, when the police come after you, it flashes blue and red, that's the coolest way it used it in my opinion.
That was cool, to be fair.
And like that's the only time I ever really
Tomb Raider when it's like between red and orange.
Yeah, when you're holding the torch.
But like it's not as in your face now, which I prefer, and you can actually see the light, which is good.
Even though it is technically more in your face because it's at the front.
Well, yeah, but it's not as like it's just strips as opposed to like a massive light, which makes me intrigued as to what they're going to do with the second VR, because that's what it was mainly for. But
VR2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, legit.
We'll see how that goes and whether we get one. In terms of feel for the controller, I think it feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Than the DualShock 4 just felt cheap and plasticky. You know what I mean? And really light, whereas this actually has a weight to it. But
I think because it's a bit fatter, it feels better in my hand.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about it is the fucking mute button being right next to the PlayStation button. The amount of times I've
Yeah,
muted
the amount of
myself
times I've done that.
in parties and you don't even realise either. So you're just like talking and no
I've
one can hear
you know how you have to hold the PlayStation to get to the home screen? I've held down the mute button instead of muted like the entire audio from the PlayStation.
Oh, that's a thing I could get used to as well. Because on PS4 you had to hold the PlayStation button. You just press it now to get to the thing. You had to keep holding it. I'm like, why isn't anything happening?
Yeah.
It is a bit confusing. I suppose in a month or so we'll be used to it, and we'll just, we'll move on. But I don't like the fact that with the share button, in the PS4 with the share button, did photos and stuff go straight to your app?
No.
No.
I think that's just a thing I got used to with the Xbox then. I feel like they should do that because the Xbox app does it. You press the share button, it goes straight to your app, so you can put it to social media and stuff.
I've taken so many photos in Valhalla just because of that.
The PlayStation one, you have to either send it in a message to someone,
or like to Twitter,
or like to share it straight to Twitter, which is a bit annoying. But,
and then I have to take it from Twitter to like Instagram, which is just long.
And it's just like I wish there was a button where you could just share it to all social medias, or just go to the app so you can just do it yourself on your phone. It's just easier.
Also,
that's something that comes.
This is more of a Resi 3 complaint, I think, than a PlayStation complaint. But I tried to take a picture of something yesterday on Resi 3, and like if you were on Astrobot, it'd carry on the game in the background.
Yeah.
But then Miles kind of pauses. It doesn't pause the game; it just stops the screen.
Yeah.
Like when you used to open the quick menu in PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Resi 3 doesn't do that. It literally opens the whole ass pause menu. So you try and take a screenshot and the whole pause menu comes up. And
is there not a photo mode in that?
I don't know.
I don't think Resi is the kind of game that expects you to want to be taking photos.
Because I was on the bit where the bugs come out of the booty holes on the wall, and I wanted to...
I know exactly what bit you mean as well. I've been saying this for ages. Photo modes in games should just be a thing, like in all games. Just why not? I love them.
Minecraft photo mode when.
Still talking about games, Kate. You've played the main game you've played on it is Bugsnax, right?
Yeah, I've done the CP. Oh, I don't know actually. What is it called in Astrobot? I've done the one where it starts off as a beach and then it goes to the mountains.
In Astrobot.
That's the only section that I've done in Astrobot. I am enjoying the game. I've just been too invested in Valhalla, but the only game that
you need to do the Jungle Parks. The soundtrack slaps.
Oh well, I do want to complete it. I've platinumed Bugsnax.
How the hell have you got the patience?
Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2. If that wins everything at the Game Awards, it's only doing that because Bugsnax is not allowed to be at the Game Awards.
That's blasphemy, that is.
You know what? I was really apprehensive about playing Bugsnax because I thought it was going to be like super weird.
It is super weird.
I don't know how like comfortable I feel about
it. Is still weird
eating the Bugsnax because I was like, oh, they're really cute. And when I first saw the game, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Pokemon, so you catch the Bugsnax, and that's the point of the game. And then when I found out you got to feed them to the Grumpuses, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But Nathan finished it and he loved it and he was telling me about it, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll play it. And he was like, well, when you play it, share me your game. And me and Nathan literally spent the whole of a Sunday. I shared my game to him and we just completed the whole game start to finish. It is.
I literally rage deleted
really
it yesterday because I couldn't deal.
I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny. There's some really good. I'm not going to go into it now, but there's some really good topics that it covers that I liked. It's very fun. There are some Bugsnax that are so annoying. There's some Bugsnax that I hate and I would have absolutely no qualms about eating.
The ice cream one.
If it's ice cream based, it needs to get in the bin. If it's ice cream based or it's fire based, get in the bin. The only fire one I'll forgive is Noodler. What's Chris doing? Oh.
I'm turning on my light because I realised I was slowly going into darkness.
But I really enjoyed it. It doesn't really make use of the controller. Like, you kind of feel it if it's like thundering or that sort of thing. But again, I couldn't really tell you for sure because I was so engrossed in the game. I wasn't really like
does
thinking
something
about
when
it.
when you get your little camera out
Yeah, it does like the vibration stuff and all that, but obviously like you're not shooting a gun or anything like that, so you don't really get the triggers. It's more just sort of the vibration aspect of it. The surround sound's really good though. Because,
I was going to say, I'm going to bring that up.
Like, actually. I was trying to catch a bug snack and I had my headphones in and I was talking to Nathan like through the mic on the controller, and I could just hear it. I could hear the bunga. I could hear it, and it was like bunga, 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 and it was getting louder. And I was like, Nathan, it's coming for me.
Yeah, I said this yesterday. I can't remember who I said it to. I was like, but if it's that terrifying with bug snacks, imagine like what the next Resi's going to be like with the 3D audio.
Legit. I could hear him, and I was like, Nathan, I'm not long for this world. It's going to get me.
To be fair, I was well impressed with the 3D audio. Like, especially when at the start of Miles Morales, when you're walking around as Miles Morales in like the cutscenes and stuff, when he puts his headphones on and you can hear the music, but then when he takes them off near his neck, like you hear the difference of change. It's really cool. I was well impressed with it, but like it's once again, it's one of those things you just get used to. You just don't notice later on, but it's still there. Yeah. It's still really impressive, and the fact that it can make any shitty headphones sound a lot better with 3D sound. That's really impressive.
It's made me question my hearing ability though. Because like, you can choose between the 4 profiles.
Oh yeah.
They all sound the same to me.
See, I think the default one, I chose one up from that because I could hear the rain better. So I assumed that was like, it sounded more around me. I don't know. But apparently loads of people just didn't even know that was a thing to find that in the settings.
Yeah.
You guys told me to look for it, but I literally haven't really played my PlayStation. So when I actually eventually like go to play it, I will have a look. But
eventually there's going to be a thing where you send PlayStation a picture of your ear and then they do it for you. They said this way back in January that they eventually want to have people sending them. Because everyone became a joke on Twitter where everyone was sending Mark Cerny the pictures of their ears, and so many people just did it on Twitter, and it was really funny. But like, apparently that's going to be a thing where because everyone's ear is different and everyone hears differently, so they're going to like kind of make it so it sounds the best to you, which is cool. Bit creepy sending your ear pictures in,
and it'll be super expensive.
2020 was the year
they said they're going to do it for free,
and 2021 is going to be ear pics. Just opening the menu and going through all the settings when I first got it, I was shocked by what you can do with just the settings. Like you can set it to default to easy mode on all games. Praise Jesus.
Oh my god, I need to put that on because I'm a scrub.
Yeah, you can set it so it automatically have subtitles on.
Yeah, I need that too because I'm blind.
For Corey, you can set it to have the heresy mode inverted.
Absolutely not.
Which is just wrong in my opinion.
This displeases the camera.
But like, there is pretty cool things that you can do. Like, they're just really cool accessibility settings, which you can make games work, just play the way you want to play automatically.
You know what? Accessibility settings have saved my life. I'm so glad more companies are using them because I've got really bad reaction times. So the easier I can make quick time events for myself, the better.
To be fair, on a few games, I've changed like button mashing to just button holding because I can't be asked. It hurts my thumbs. I'm getting old, man.
I'm not a fan of button mashing.
Quickly, I'll talk about another game I was really impressed with the controller on, which is a game that I would never normally play, but I heard it used it really well, and I jumped into it for a few matches, and that's Fortnite.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah, Fortnite. It was really impressive because like each gun feels different.
Did you see Peely?
I did actually. He killed me.
I kind of want to give it a go now, and I feel like I'm letting myself down if I download it.
I know. I felt shame when I was doing it, but it is really, really impressive. Like a shotgun feels a lot more bangy on the triggers, if you know what I mean. It's really weird and like.
Does Apex support it?
I don't know. I haven't really checked.
I'm gonna look at it.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of these get continuous games, like say Apex. Destiny
haven't got the PS5 edition yet.
No, yeah, and I'm hoping that they use that. Especially a lot of shooters should use it because it just feels so cool and so awesome. Like, I imagine like Avengers will be one of them, where it's like if you're going around as Iron Man, you'll feel the hand blasters, whatever these are called. I can't remember what they're called.
If it's still going long enough.
Yeah.
It will be. It will be. Give them time.
I hope so.
But that, speaking of Avengers, like that loads a lot faster now than it
So
used
much
to.
faster. It's crazy.
It's still not instant though.
No, it's
It's
not.
not like Valhalla on
I
Xbox, where
imagine
it's
like
done.
the PS5 version will bring that because it's not that yet. But just like so many games, like Overwatch loads a hell of a lot
fact,
faster now.
Speaking of faster times, oh my god, the download speeds.
Yeah,
Literally saved my life.
literally.
I
It used to be,
downloaded
like,
the Final Fantasy X remaster yesterday, and it took 80 minutes. On my PS4, that would have took 8 hours.
Oh, by the way, the PlayStation 5 let me install Resident Evil 4. So that's another point I'll give it over the Xbox. The Xbox wouldn't let me install my version of Resi 4, but the PlayStation did.
That's
That was
weird.
the first game I played on PlayStation 4. Was
Fair enough.
on PlayStation 4 was Resident Evil 4.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Such
That
an
was the
old game.
first game I installed, and it was the first game I played as well.
I installed Skyrim just so I can, just because it's
'Cause it just
the-
works.
It has
You
to be
know,
on PS5.
Wait till this PS5 version. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
But then Bethesda will still charge you an extra 50 quid for it. It won't be a free upgrade.
We'll be on Xbox because they're owned by them now.
Just like the VR version cost an extra.
Mate, I bought that VR version. I played 20 minutes of it and I can't go backwards. Like, I literally can't walk backwards, so that was my issue. I was like, no, I can't bet this.
What?
I don't know. Maybe there's a button
How
for
did you
it,
like
but it
back
wouldn't
up
tell
when you're
me.
using the bug?
Exactly. It didn't tell me the button, so I was like, you know what, fuck this. Play something else.
So because you weren't paying attention, you decided to use
No,
off the
it
entire
didn't
game.
tell me. It didn't tell me. And I couldn't be asked to look it up. So I deleted the game. But yeah, like, Overwatch.
Deleted games for less. I can't say shit.
Overwatch loads super fast now. Like, we jumped
Yeah.
into... I can't remember what we jumped into. Like, we played it the other day and we jumped into, like, the quick play bit, and that just loaded instantly. That was
We've
what
done a
went
quick play,
impressed
we've
with that.
done comp, we've done arcade.
Obviously,
Well, I
there's
have, 'cause
sometimes
I'm an Overwatch
when
scrub,
you're loading
and
into
yeah.
actual matches, like it loads faster, but it's like you are waiting around for the PS4 people to get in there.
That's
But, like,
something else,
yeah,
actually.
that's
I
a
really want more games to use the activities cards.
yeah, that's a good point. They're
Because
really
when I was
cool.
trying to 100% Astro,
Same.
it was so convenient to just go to the activities cards. It'll come up like the jungle climby bit. You've
Yeah.
got like 83%. You've got one thing to do, and you can just jump straight there.
Yeah,
Like,
and the fact that you can
load the game in, it loads there.
yeah,
Oh,
and you
okay.
can look, you can scroll down, and it gives you tip videos as well.
Yeah.
And it's like
That was
What is
helpful.
this? What is this?
so if you press the PlayStation button, or is it,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you press square or something. I don't know. It comes up with these little cards thing, and like it shows you like if you say you're working doing like
Bug
a
Snacks uses it,
particular
but
trophy or something.
I've noticed that Valhalla doesn't use it. Miles does.
Yeah,
Bugsnax is very
mate,
easy to platinum.
jumping
to be fair.
into whatever side activity you're doing in Miles, as opposed to like when you jump straight back into the game, it's just so much easier because it just spawns you right next to it, as opposed to
Yeah.
and literally instant. It doesn't even go to the home screen to load it. It's pretty cool.
And I
That's
know
mad.
with multiplayer games, they're saying like you can jump into a mode without it, like
Even
just
going
from
into the game.
like the PlayStation home menu. You could jump into like
No way.
a comp on Overwatch. If that gets a PS5 version, you could do that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It is cool, and like the tips videos, like even though all games don't use them, which is fair.
Yeah,
Like they're actually quite
I've
helpful.
only seen them on Miles, to be fair.
I've seen them on Astrobot because obviously I was trying to platinum it. And
Yeah, Astrobot.
there was just a few where I was just like, I can't be asked to like. Look
I like the
around.
way he walks up to where the puzzle is,
And he's like pointing
and
at
then instead of showing you the puzzle piece, he's just like,
him. Yeah, it is proper cute. But like obviously like that's a thing where developers have to use it where they're like it's to their discretion how much they put in.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like
I wish Valhalla used it.
yeah, that's the thing. Like
You've got to walk like 3 miles that way to get an exploded oil barrel and then come back and then climb
Yeah.
over a fence.
the amount of times I need to find where the
I've got
fucking
exploding
oily barrels
arrows now,
are.
so it's a game changer.
Oh, I need to get
Oh my
them.
god, how did you do that?
I had these arrows, and I didn't. It didn't even register with me. And then Sam was like, "You know, if you've got this power, you can do this." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I think you get it from the baby assassin. I think when you give him so many medallions, he gives you the ability, but it's not very clear that it is an exploding arrow.
Mm.
So just
That is
pro
sick.
tip, watch out.
Oh, yeah, quickly, do you want to talk about how many times it's crashed for you, Jake? Quickly.
Mine crashed like 3 times the other day, and we figured out that it was the external hard drive. It's not crashed since then, to be fair.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a known
and
issue though, apparently.
The DualSense, the camera drifts upward when it's got low battery.
See, I haven't
And
got
by
to
low
the point
battery,
where
I mean 2 bars, not 1.
What the hell?
that
Have you contacted them?
is an issue.
I need to message them on Twitter.
I have heard of more PlayStation 5s breaking because, like, a mate of mine, he's basically the HDMI's either the ports broke because he's tried several HDMI's and it just like every now and then it will come up with can't find like the feed or whatever. It just can't find it, and he's contacted PlayStation, was on hold of them for 2 hours the other day, and they're sending him out a new one in 15 days and taking that one back. But like there's a few people that I've seen on Twitter that just have had issues with the PlayStation. But that happens in the first couple of weeks.
Was just so funny though. Like you'd literally be playing a game, and then the PlayStation, nothing would happen. It'd just turn off and be like, no.
Yeah. It's like the teething problems of like the first few weeks of the console, and I suppose.
Yeah.
Kind of got to expect it, but like you just got to hope that you're not the one with issues.
It's still less annoying than my PS4 literally overheating and turning off. Though.
Yeah. The best bit about these for me is literally it's not loud anymore. It's great.
Yeah.
So good. Even turning on my PS4 to transfer everything over to the PS5, like that was loud, and it was just because of my PlayStation 4. I wasn't even playing a game on it, and it was loud. But the setup for that was pretty quick, to be fair.
Yeah.
But even though it doesn't transfer all the games, you still have to download them.
Nathan transferred his games, and it took him like 8 hours.
Jesus. Yeah, I gave up. I was like, you know what, I'm downloading these instead. It's quicker. Because of the faster download speeds.
Yeah.
My logic was, I don't want to transfer the games, because not only does the PS5 have to download them, the PS4 has to upload them.
Yeah. And then
which is what will make it slow.
Yeah. But other than that, like, it does its job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed with this than the Xbox in terms of the controller and feeling it feels more next gen for me, whereas the Xbox just feels more of the same, but it looks faster. Better and it's faster. So they both had their like pluses and minuses, to be fair, but I don't really have a favourite yet. It's just I've got to play more stuff on them. But
I do.
I know Kate does, but
I'll let you know my thoughts on the Xbox when I get one in like 2022 for favourite.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah. But yeah.
The controller is very, very good. The controller is the one thing I wish the Xbox had. But on everything else, design, how it works, the dash, I prefer the Xbox.
You got to imagine Xbox looking at that controller thinking, how long can we leave it until we have to, or until we, introduce this new controller, and then because everyone who's played the PS5 as well will then think, yeah, I'm going to go get a new controller now. You'd hope.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. Thumbs up from me. That's what I give it. 2 thumbs up. There you go.
Chris is like, it's a Spider-Man machine. Yeah.
It's pretty much what it is for me at the moment. But more games will be coming over the next few months, so we'll have more of a view on it.
When it becomes a Final Fantasy 16 machine, that's when.
Yeah, legit.
Fair enough. But I think we'll leave it there, guys, because literally, that's it. That's all we've got to say. It's good. I'm glad we're getting rid of the fucking old noisy consoles. We're finally fully in next gen now. Happy days. And before Kate disappears into the darkness, we'll say goodbye. So thanks for watching, guys. Let us know what you think of the PS5 and whether you have both consoles and which you prefer. And leave a like and subscribe and all that jazz. Hit the sexy subscribe button, all that. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
If you like that video, guys, don't forget to leave a like and hit that bell for notifications when we go live or post another video. If you want to see more videos like this, then check out this playlist somewhere around here. And if you would like to subscribe to us, then check out this sexy subscribe button right here. Look how enticing it is. You know you want to click it. And if you're already subscribed, you are an awesome human being.